Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Look ahead lines. NFL. We'll do week 1. We'll do Hall of Fame game next week. 1 week away, Thursday. Chargers, Lions. And college football week 0. And I don't know why it's week 0. I don't get it. It's more games the next week. We'll run them through. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We'll do NFL. Week 1s. I print out some week 2 lines. We can look at those little matchups as well. Anything you want to talk about in the comment section. Twitter world at Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow there. How we doing on follower count? 48-49. We can't pick up one person. We can't pick up one person for a 48-50. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. We'll be all right. We'll make it through, I guess. We'll make it through. Let's get into it. We got a couple. We got comments here. Who's on? Here, look, Mr. Numbers. A betting site scandal on picks and parlays. All right. Well, let her rip, fella. You post this 2 minutes ago. What is the scandal? Please let me know. I'm on picks and parlays. Maybe somebody from the site's watching. Winners, Whiners, Sean Higgs. Let's go. You're going to say something like that. Come back it up. Michael B's in the house. King D's here. Week 1, San Francisco under the 45.5. We'll get back to this King D because I want to see what this guy's saying here. Giving out wins when there should have been a loss. All right. What game? What game is it? Who's it under? Where is it at? Brewers loss, win. Stros. All right. He bet the Twins are going to win, but they lost. It should have been a loss. What is going on? All right, let's see. July the 23rd. Where is it? 4-3. You see the score they have in there is 3-2. Don't know where they got that game. I guess it was 3-2 top of the 9th. Maybe they bottom 9, 2 outs. That's probably why they had it marked as a win. Whoever, again, the Earls don't mark their games. They lost. It's a fraud. Okay, yeah. It's a fraud. Okie doke. So this is what you do here. You could easily send in an email request to them on the page, but I will. I'll try to find somebody to email because you're going to come on a live show and say something like that. It's not good. That is not good. Let's see. Wrong grade. See, this is, this is simple stuff that you could just go to the support email and do. But I will send an email because you call it out on a live show that, that you're frauds here when there's just some guy on the back end who grades games. All righty. Let's see. This can't happen. Everyone's record is everyone. Here we go. All right. So now you're just being stupid. That's proof that if I go back and check somebody's record, how do I know it's right? They had 2 days to change it. Did you ask them to change it? So I sent an email. It happens, fella. What do we do? You could have sent an email in. You go to Picks and Parlays. There's a big thing that says "Contact Us." It's pretty simple to do. Higgs at night. Here we go. I'm on an island by myself in this one. Once the week one lines came up, I've been hammering the dog out of the Cowboys +7. Yikes. Now, we'll get into all these games in a second. And this one's going to be first on tap because it's a Thursday night game, Neil. We'll get to it. Giovanni says, how you been? I've been all right, Gio. Hopefully you've been okay. McAbee says, to be fair, the Twins game should have been a win. They lost. They lost the game. They lost. Let's, again, I sent an email in because you got Mr. Numbers on here on a live show saying that the site gives out wins for losses. Someone obviously was wrong. It is not the Twins. Twins don't own the site. I don't own the site. None of the guys on that site own the site. I think the new group's out of Ireland. What are you going to do? I told you this before. Sometimes the pick goes in twice for me. Can't delete it. Maybe I get 2 wins. Maybe I get 2 losses. It happens. I don't know what to tell you. Let's get into it. What are the comments? Not blaming the Earls. Blame the site. Okay. Well, did you tell the Earls? You could have just went to the Contact Us and sent in an email 2 days ago. But you waited to come on a live show. You didn't say it on a repeat show. She says, what are you complaining about? Mr. Whisker says, Mr. Numbers is a lunatic. I'm calling here, boys. Cowboys upset, Neil. Here we go. Let's get right into it. I was going to do college footies, but let's get into NFL. I was on the wrong one. I was on Super Bowl 25. It should be Super Bowl 26. There we go. Where are the week 1 lines? Again, I have week 1 lines here. Like, subscribe to YouTube channels, Twitter. There I am. Support the show. Let's go. These were from 9:20 p.m. May the 24th, DraftKings. Now, can they be a little different today? We're gonna dive right in and find out. I'm gonna go to a place that's got a couple different lines up here for NFL action. And the way we go, Neil is saying take the Cowboys plus 7. There we go. On May 24th, it was 7, 46.5. There's still 7s out there. Total has not moved. Now, me personally, you see the Randy White helmet. You know, I'm a Cowboy guy. I don't know. And I understand, right? You want to take Dallas. You fade the Super Bowl champ, right? It's like, oh, you know. And then you get the whole NFC East. Nobody repeats as champion. I don't think anybody in the AFC, or excuse me, in the NFC has repeated as back-to-back conference champions in the last 3 or 4 years. All that being said, I want to buck that trend and take Philadelphia here. All right? Dak is back. They got another wide receiver. Who's running the ball for Dallas? I still got questions about the offensive line. I think the coach is a joke. I think Philly wins this one. I see a 6.5 juiced minus 125. Like I always say, 7.5s, 3.5s, 2.5s, and 6.5s. I want to take the fave at those 7.5s, fave at those 3.5s. I don't want that hook. I think they're trying to entice you. I'm going to go opposite and think it's going to be a blowout. I'm going to take the dog at 6.5 or 2.5 because I think they're trying to say, oh, you just got to win by a field goal. You just got to win by a touchdown. And then the doggies win outright. I'm not falling for this one here. I'm not doing it. There was a 7.5 out there to start. Kind of leveled off at 7. My printout, this was even before that, still 7.46.5 there. I understand taking a shot with Dallas. You get a 250 spot there, plus money on the money line, Neil. I don't know. I didn't move on this game week 1 yet. Will I? Most likely. Is it going to be Philly? Probably. I'm going to go against the old fade the Super Bowl champ. And division rivals, you probably should be taking a bunch of points. I get it, but not for me. Not for me there. There's with the Cowboys. Told the Earl, he said don't control. He doesn't. He doesn't control it. Cowboys win total under. I can get behind an under Dallas win total. Again, this is why I thought the under last year, before even Dak got hurt. You need some kind of running game. You need an offensive line if you're not running for your life. The defense can't keep bailing you out all the time. I feel the same. I don't think this is an improved team. You're bad-mouthing your star defensive player. We'll see what happens. What's up? Not posted plays on Twitter. When has this happened before? Plenty of times it's happened before. When the All-Star game, I didn't post anything up on Twitter. When there's 4 games and I have a 3-pack up, I'm not gonna post a free play just to post a free play. Again, Mr. Numbers, for someone who's been in the chat for a while, if you want me to put out 70 free picks just for you and put them down, I'm not gonna keep a record. I can be like other shows and keep no record and just give out 50 games. Yeah, you're laying a touchdown. It is difficult. It's a division game. Hated rivals, no doubt. Dax wants to come back, and it's prime time Dak, and I don't know. Not a fan of the coach. Again, it's 7 points. Looks easy to take Dallas. We got Yankee till we'll pass that. Yankees, not falling for banana and tailpipe. No, we're not. Wilson is starting. Help the Giants. Wow. I like the Giants watch. We'll get that game in a second. Eagles plus 110, 7.5. Yeah, I can do this, Giovanni, because I think the Eagles are going to win by 10. I mean, am I going to be shocked at a 34-24 kind of game? No. Eagles get it done. Cowboys plus 7 for a reason. Yeah. Obviously, the odds makers don't think they're all that good this year either. Neil says, I love Dak in this spot. I had him versus the GOAT man with the same line after Mahomes got smoked. People said I was crazy then. Different team. Different team. Whole different squad, fella. New coach, OC, rebuilt line. Again, I am not running the jump on Dallas. I mean, they are what are they? A 1.5 point favorite over the Jets. One and a half. This is a team you want to run to and back. Javonte Williams, Mike Sanders, Deuce Vaughn. These guys are gonna be bailing out Dak, huh? All right. Under in the Jays game. We're not talking baseball. Let's see. 9 games, August 23rd, made the earliest ever. K-State, Iowa State, not sure we're going to give up 3 points for week 1-0. All right. I didn't want to really jump around, but I'm in the comments, so we will here. We will. We'll jump a little bit to college football, and I'm not going to pull up the banner because I got every other game listed in the banner here for that night, or that day. Early game, noon, across the pond, K-State. It is 3 money line. You got the 155 offshore, 160 here in the States, maybe even a 165. I want to take Iowa State here. I see a 3.5 at DK for plus 115. I can be talked into a 3.5 with Iowa. Excuse me, Iowa State. Sorry there. I got K-State rated a bit higher. But I'm not. You're talking this much separation between the two, and I'm on a neutral. So if you're telling me by this line, K-State at home would be a 6-point favorite here, I would probably take Iowa State plus those points. So why wouldn't I do it on the neutral? I don't think there's much separating these two guys. I don't think there's much separating them. I like the dog. I mean, you're talking about the money lines. It's a whole different thing. You know, they win by 3, you cover it. I know. Hey, Jonathan, no worries. Take care of it. I can jump around. We got nothing going on. This is a strictly football show. And that's right. Who's the one who says my plays are posted on it? They are, but there are no plays today in the chat here. So if again we gotta slow it down and hold our hand like a small child here for Mr. Numbers, who apparently didn't watch the live show, because here's the show today. MLB Ribby props. No picks on the show today. Again, this isn't hard to figure out, but again, we got to break it down. I don't know if I have a crayon. I don't have a crayon right, but I can write it in a Sharpie for you. If you need it in Sharpie ink, I can write it down on a piece of paper for you, Mr. Numbers. We'll be all right, though. We'll try to help you out. Notes. You know, I knew some kids who rode the little bus, the half a bus. It's, you know, you guys are special. You know, it's all right. I got you covered. Look at college football. Are you waiting until mid-August? No. I've posted a plethora of games for week 0, week 1. Most of those lines have already moved. We'll go to college football. Why not? Why not for you here? So Western Kentucky. Again, we're gonna do some college here. Jonathan's looking for college football, so we'll jump to college football. We'll get back into the NFL. Again, we'll go wherever the chat takes us. I hate being all over the place, but it's all right. So Western Kentucky here, 7.5. And I posted this. If you're on the Sean Higgs YouTube, you got this for YouTube Premium there. You got this game. couple weeks ago at 7.5. It is now 10. It is now 10. So again, if your first time rolling into my look ahead lines, and again it's July, it's not even football season. I do a show, Sunday Nights Look Ahead Lines. We talk about the upcoming week. I sometimes do it on a Wednesday, the week ahead of time, 10 days ahead of time. The lines do come out. There are lines out right now for week 2 of NFL football. And there's one I kind of like right off the bat here. I printed it out, and I see it right on top. I get down on games early. I put them out early. Sometimes they for me. Sometimes so Western Kentucky 7.5. It is now up to 10. I will not be selling that in the package. Someone's going to buy a day pass, and they're going to see these lines and be like, "Oh, what is this nonsense?" Well, I don't wait to the game day to bet. Boise State, I bet at -8. There's still some 8s. There's some 8.5s. There's some 9s out there. Georgia Tech, I have them at 3.5. There's some 4s right now. Still some 3.5s out there. A lot of 3.5s. If you shop around for the 3.5s, you can find them there. So there's that one. Next to the games, Alabama. I got these at 12. I actually have them in 11.5 as well. It is now up to a 13.5 spot in this game. That's a lie. 12.5. 13.5 at DK. 12.5 everywhere else. Circa's got it at 12. So there's a little buyback on that. And I'm right back to where I started on this one. Hawaii, Arizona. This will be Hawaii's second game. Now, we've seen this first game for Hawaii here go from a dog to now they're like a 1-point fave. This one here, yeah, they'll be all out at home. They're ready to go. They want to beat Stanford. 11.5. This is a 13.5 now. And I think it's warranted. Biggest mover, and I saw Step on a Duck was on it. He posted it the other day. We were talking about line moves in college football the other day. And he's like, "Oh, man, Utah line." I'm like, "Man, it's 6.5. I got 6. I wrote 6. It's 6.5 now. I got a 3.5. He got it at 1. I was like, what a show off. I thought I was good at a 3.5. Yeah, Utah, you have a press conference and people take word for gospel there. So that line's totally gone off the rails there. And TCU, I wanted nothing to do with Belichick coming to town. I got them at plus 115. They are now a 3-point fave and a minus 155. Minus 155 in that one. So those are the games I have so far leading up to that. Now, a couple other ones I'm looking at here since we're on it. College. Thinking about Texas plus 3. Haven't moved down in here. That's a game. Let's be honest. Team wins. Texas more. They win. They're probably in the driver's seat there against Penn State to national championship hopes, right? If either team loses, they're still in the playoffs, right? So that is my concern where I had to take a Texas plus 3. And even another game that kind of fits the bill here for me is LSU. I see a 4 out there for them. I see some 3.5s. LSU's another team. I think Clemson wins the ACC. Right? There's nobody giving them a ride over there. Louisville, Miami, no. Clemson should win that. You lose to a SEC team, not going to hurt you, right? Boy, they love their SEC play. LSU, I think, needs it a little more. They lose this one. They got another SEC schedule. Are they going to get into a 4 losses? I don't think so. I think they're in a spot where they have to win more than Texas has to win. Because I think Texas will win their other games and could get in there with a loss or 2. LSU doesn't have that option. Clemson can get in because they only have 1 loss. So those are the 2 more of the marquee matchups there. I'd lean that way. Notre Dame, Miami, Florida. I want to take the Canes. I'm a Cane guy. Those who watched the show in the past, remember you said the big Cane when I had the desk further back, the Canes flag was hanging with their national championships. I can't with this coach with the Canes. No, thank you. No, thanks. All right, let's one league at a time. Well, we covered the football. We'll get back to the NFL now. We'll jump back into NFL. You know how it is, Mr. Weskers. I saw, Jonathan's a newer name in here. All right, he's newer to the chat. I wanna get on him. Let him know what's going on here. What is the crown next to my name in the comments? That's something new. The crown is based on, I think, when you comment. So there is that. That's the comment crown for commenters. Obviously, some people have a wrench. That is like people who are in the show often. You get a little wrench. And then there's the little kind of another little roundy kind of thing. That's for premium people have a little different kind of icon next to their name. 1 league at a time. Giants are not playing the Cowboys. No, it's the Redskins. Yes. Yeah. Well, I got to listen. I'm here to help, Mr. Numbers. I try to break it down. NFL for Mr. Whiskers. There's the NFL. NFL. Well, again, top of the show, if you see what it says here, right at the bottom, look at lines, NFL Week 1, College Football Week 0, picks and predictions. Kansas, Fresno. You mentioned this one earlier when we were talking about this King D, the under Fresno K-State game. Excuse me, I'm calling it K-State because I was just talking about Kansas State and Iowa State. Still holding steady. Texas undefeated 5-1. Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. No. You can get a better number for a Arch Manning Heisman guy. What's his Heisman number? It's better than 5-1, I think. I'll let you know because I have one. I think I have an Arch. 7-1. If they're going undefeated, he's in the Heisman talk. Get a better number. Chargers money line. Here we go. Let's get into NFL action here. Week 1, Friday, September the 5th, the Kansas City Chiefs, LA Chargers in Brazil. So this is now a 2.5. Not shocked it's come down. The total, there is a 46 out there. Some 45s to 45.5. I'll tell you right now, we saw offense in Brazil last year. Do I think these two bring the offense? I don't. Listen, I see a 45 and a 46. Obviously, if I can get a 45, get a point value there, is it worth it to me? I don't know. I think the Chiefs' offense, could it be good? Maybe. I mean, listen, Mahomes is good. He's a Hall of Famer. His numbers have come down a little bit. Kelsey's older. Receivers can't stay on the field. You know the defense is showing up. You know Harbaugh is bringing the defense, no matter where this dude suits up, and he's going to run the ball. If this gets to a 40, again, there's one. I see two spots got a 46. If it clips to a 46.5, I might go under. Now, sidewise, I missed the 3. It is gone. Sometimes when the line is gone, we move on. I don't know. 2.5 here, I might be inclined just to take the 120. If you can find the 125, it's on some spots, but basically it's 120 across the board there. Money line would probably be the way to go because I can't get the 3. If they're losing by 2.5, or if they lose by 3 again, 2.5 doesn't help me anyway. I'd rather take the even money loss there. Go for the money line play. Steelers and the Jets. This line was at 2. It is at 3 now. There is a 3.5 at DK. I am going to take the 3.5. I think I told you guys this before. Give me the Jets outright here. I like the Jets and the points. No thank you to Aaron Rodgers. I know Justin Fields stubbed his toe. I'm not worried about that. Even if I have Tyrod Taylor coming in, I do not care. I am not betting the Steelers as a favorite on the road. No thank you. Yes, the Steelers never have losing records under Mike Tomlin. Yes, Jets have a first-year head coach. I totally get it. Yes, the Jets have Justin Fields, and it's Aaron Rodgers, who's a Hall of Famer. I do not care. I'm going to take a 3.5 at DK. It's minus 118. Sign me up for the Jets. I might use the Jets in Survivor, all right? I'm risking whatever it is. $10, $15, $20 million on the Jets. Comments. Where are we at here in the comment section? All right. Chargers, money line, Agray. Arch Manning would be better than Vince Young. They go and beat Ohio State. They run the table. Well, it would be good if they did. Again, 5-1 for undefeated, 7-1 for a Heisman. If he's undefeated, he's probably going to get some Heisman votes. Most of the overseas games go over, don't they, historically? Well, last year we saw that crazy sloppy field down there. And I know when I'll be doing shows with guys and they'll be like, we'll go to the database and bring up this. I just think that with a couple defensive teams that honestly, I think they have issues offensively. Yeah, Mahomes great. What's around him though? An older Kelsey, and then I have. Again, I'm not bad-mouthing Pacheco. He's fine. Kareem Hunt, I like. Najee Harris is in town now for the Chargers. Okay. Let's just look at how the Chiefs have been the last couple of years. Offense has not been dynamic. Do I like Worthy? Yeah. Rice, Hollywood Brown. Sky Moore, Juju Smith. You got some guys there. Are they going to be on the field? The Chargers have one receiver. They got Ladd McConkey. We're going to jump on Jalen Reagor to start catching stuff. Again, I'm not going to run to bet a total just to bet it because of things that happened in the past. Not in week one. I know people get desperate. It's Thursday. You got to bet it. It's Friday, side and total. Sunday night football, side and total. Monday night football, side and total. Yeah. Nicky bets the Jets. It's a fade. Last year, the Jets were in the division. Oh, that wasn't last year. It was the year before, and the quarterback got hurt in the first game. I'm going to have to disagree with you here. I like the Chiefs because they were blown out in the Super Bowl. I get they lost the Super Bowl. So they've also won Super Bowls. You think Giovanni, they have the bulletin board, right? They definitely got their bulletin board material. Like, hey, we got stuff to do here. 100%. They have the edge. I'm trying to think of the right word. You lose the Super Bowl, that's fine. You lose by 20. I get it. Totally crushing that game out of the gate. Why is the line coming down instead of going up? It's July. Right? Is this just someone head faking? All right, we get this down to 2.5, and then when I can get down bigger money, I come in because now I just got to win by a field goal, KC. Right? Now it gets to it's field goal time. Let's go back to KC last year. Let's go run through their schedule. Win by 2, win by 3, win by 7, win by 8. Win by 2, beat Washington by 18. Win by 3, loss. Win by 10 against Dallas, 19-9. Win by 9 over Houston, 19-17. 2-point win, 3-point win in overtime. 2-point win end of the year. You want to lay 3.5 with them? Excuse me, 3.5. So I can see someone respected, obviously. Let's take the Chargers for whatever. Somebody threw a dime on them or two dime, whatever the max bet was. Oh, let's drop this to 2.5. I mean, I understand the whole. They have bulletin board material out the wazoo. Offense is bad. Team's not as good. How many one-game scores? You didn't score over. You scored over 31 points once against the Bills, who had a bad defense. Even though as good as the Bills were, still not a great defense. They're ready. They're stacking. It's like one piece of paper after the other. Look at this. Look at this. Put it right up on the wall. I understand you. I totally get it. Totally get it. Colts 2-14-1. Their last 17 games, week 1. You think we can get the win? Let's go to the Colts for our guy. Where are the Colts? That was Friday. Colts, Dolphins here. Danny Dimes probably under center, right? I mean, you are the Colt. Boots on the ground. Ears up. What is going on in Indy? Richardson. You know, I mean, I had Colts in week 1 last year. Look at this line. 1.5. Has it moved? There's some ones out there. Actually, DK has this flipped with I'm showing, again, this could be wrong here. Because where I'm on right now, I just see the Dolphins -1. -1 everywhere. If I get Danny Dimes a star in this game, I might take the Colts. I might take the Colts there. I might take the Colts. Where are we in the chat? I get out of it, and then I lose where I am. Dan's rants back. I can see currently out of 100, I'm 70% interested in college and 30% interested in NFL. Not necessarily betting it, just personally. It is, Dan. It's early, right? You're on a good MLB run. Why tip the apple cart, right? You're in your zone. Let's not worry about something when you still got a month away from it. I totally understand. And again, being more interested in college and NFL. NFL is the sharpest of the sharp lines out there. X amount of games. It's easier than doing college, a bunch of schools. I understand the breakdown 70-30. Mr. Number says, Rodgers knows that Jets defense will throw for over 300 yards. Overrated sauce will get burned. 6 weeks away, Roy. Or Ray. Yes, they are. But it's really 1 week away because next week you got the Chargers over the Lions. What did Joe Contract Sauce got? Well, we're not going to talk about contracts. Who cares? T Sizzle's not in the channel where he is. I don't know anything about college, but I'll be telling you under there for Kansas and Fresno. Here we go, Roy. So we talked about this earlier, right? I keep saying Roy because you got the big O for Otachi there. So I keep seeing that, and that's just my mind working too fast. There was some cowboy love in here. I'm going to have to disagree. I know it's the fade Super Bowl champion angle. It's a take 7 points with a division dog angle. I don't know, man. I'm a Dallas guy. Dak coming back. As I said earlier, who's running the ball here? I mean, retreads. Still don't like the offensive line, and zero likability for me in the coach. I mean, Philly being flat in that game, I can't see it. I think Philly wins by 10. I do. Flea Mathis is in the house. What do you say there, Flea? Good to see you. Let's go next up. So we covered the Steelers and Jets, Dolphins and the Colts. Let's get to the Bengals and the Browns. Oh boy, the lowly Browns, 5.5-point favorites here. You know I like the Browns. Here. This total now 45. I see one random 45.5 out here, but basically let's just call it 45 here. So it's moved again. These lines, I didn't switch them coming into the show because I want to show you how things move a little bit and how if you like something, bet it early because it might move on you and you don't have the number. You always want the best number, whether in the long run it'll win more than it loses. Sometimes it loses, but that's baseball, Susan. That being said, 5.5 total dead number. Like who sees 5.5? You're thinking to yourself, Bengals by touchdown. I get it. And I did a little video talking about the Bengals. And I said, you know what? This is a team that if Taylor finally has his head out of his butt and has his team focused early, maybe they win some games instead of starting 0-2 and 1-3 like they do every single year for the guy. That's just bad coaching, unprepared. So I want to take the Browns based on that because I'll tell you what, the Browns come to play. They might have been garbage last year with their quarterbacks, Dorian Thomas and whoever the hell else they threw out there. Not a good season. When Winston was out there, they played competitive ball. They did not quit. The players like to coach, two-time coach of the year. You don't get that with players who don't believe in you. I think Kenny Pickett will probably get the start here. You know, I don't see flag. I mean, if they give the flag, whatever. I don't see one of the rookies starting with us. Definitely not Dylan Gabriel and not Sanders will get the start here. I think Pickett will get it. That's why you got two veterans, especially an old veteran. You got Flacco to help Pickett, and Pickett to kind of ease the other guys in. But for me, and I said this the other day on the show, I think here, we're talking about the Bengals. I like him for coach of the year for Taylor. If they start out strong, they should win some games here. They have some short lines, 1.5, 2.5, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5, ones. I mean, they're favored in 10 games. You got to go to Buffalo. Probably going to be a loss. Maybe not. If things go right, it could be a win. You're going to be a dog in Baltimore. You probably split. If he could get his act together and they win games they're supposed to win, why not coach of the year for Taylor? Why not MVP for Burrow, right? I mean, you got the wide receivers. You got the wide receivers there. Their division odds are 2-1, around there, 225, whatever the heck they are. If you think that Taylor finally knows how to coach, I think Bengals for a Super Bowl. And do I have it in here? Or is it in the odds for the Super Bowl? Super Bowl 26. These are odds from Super Bowl Sunday. 19-1. And I told you who I'd be looking to get down on. San Fran 14-1. Hello, Cincy. I threw a Texans out there and a Rams. 19-1. Again, if you think they finally take the preseason seriously and get their acts together, that is where I want to attack them. That is where I want to attack them. All right, next up here, let's go. I got to find my lines here. Next up, we'll be talking about Panthers and the Jaguars. This line is down to 3. Actually, I think it's a 2.5 in some spots down Carolina. And I have said I want to do Panthers as my survivor pick. Now, they're on the road. Will I be more happy to take the Jets at home at +3 than the Panthers on the road at +3? There's a bunch of 2.5s here in this matchup. Jags, new coach. Are we? Is this the guy that's gonna get through to Trevor Lawrence, who's lost, like 14 starts in a row, whatever the hell he's done? I don't think so. Panthers. Growl. Roar. All right. Let's get back over here. There was Flea Mathis. Let's see. All you need to know about college football is about all 14-point favorites on the money line and parlay. Lock it in. Yeah, Higgies, that's the Mr. Number special. Here we go. 14-point favorites money line. And this is he wants his own channel. Dolphins are a mess. Colts are a lock. Love Danny Dimes. I agree with you. Tease the Colts up. Yes. Concentrate. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Concentrate. So I was thinking with the Colts there with Danny Dimes. Yes. Danny Dimes. I will take a shot with him. I like the coach. You got decent players around you. I think he'll be all right. We saw him be all right that 1 year with Dabo. Change of scenery might be good. Where is Jesse? Let's ask him why he blocked me for posting and doing plays on the site. Here we go. I don't know where Jesse is. Go harass Jesse. Yeah, someone used the lock words that were doomed. Yeah. And we take Mr. Numbers with his locks and his minus 1,900 money lines and Jalen Brunson, best basketball player ever. We just kind of laugh about it. This is locking up on the Colts. How about having a cyborg and not winning the Super Bowl? What a terrible thing to waste. Bills plus 620. Favorite in every game this year. Favorite in every game coming into the season. You're home against Baltimore. You're home against Kansas City. You get the Bengals at home. You get Philly at home. Get that home field and get it done. I thought last year was the Ravens' year. I feel like this is the Bengals coming out of nowhere this year. Not out of nowhere, but no one's talking about the Bills. There's a lot of Lamar love, and I'm a big Lamar guy. I get Baltimore. I don't think there's a lot of hype on Philly. Everything's out of the AFC with the Bills and Burrow and Lamar and Mahomes. 620? Why not? Bengals smash spot too many years starting slow and media on them. They will have a big sense of urgency. Since the first half full game, 2 over. And that's my thing here. That is my thinking why I said Coach of the Year, Burrow MVP, and a Cincy Super Bowl future. Because that's all you hear about it, right? I mean, I bring it up, everybody brings it up. They start terribly under Zach Taylor. And again, not that teams are due, especially this squad. I mean, this is years in the making. They start slow. But I think there's some urgency on his team. What's Burrow done? He's had one nice run. Defense doesn't help him. I think they got to get some things done here. Again, do I like the 5.5 because it's 5.5? Like, what's that? Looks so easy. Say just got win by touchdown, right? This game is a lock over. Bengals won't sign their pass rusher. Forgot his name. Defense will be horrible. I mean, it can't be worse than last year's defense for Cincy. Hold up. I don't know who he is. Some will have it. It's 5.5. Bengals minus 5.5. Can I give you a little criticism on your other show you host? Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go. What's my criticism? Go for it. Jaguars. You like the Jags with Lawrence at home? When's the last time this guy's won a game? When's he won a game? When has he won a game? I want to know. Mariners got Josh Naylor. We got trade action? Hold on. We got trade action. Mariners trade for Josh Naylor. All right. Good move for Seattle. They need a bat. I got Toronto today. They're up 11-1. That's good because I lost my Cleveland game 4-3 today. So I'm happy that the Blue Jays get it done. All right. Let's see. Diamondbacks receiver pair pitching prospects. Brandon Garcia, 13th prospect for Seattle, and right-hander pitcher Ashton Izzy, number 16 in the Seattle pipeline. All righty. There we go. Knicks finals next year. Nothing in their way, except for themselves. Except for themselves. Jordan Love, MVP Packers, NFC lose to Bill. We're talking Green Bay. We'll get to them. And I'll just bring this up right now, Dan. I like them over Detroit in week 1 here. They're a 1.5 point favorite. In week 2 at home, they are 1.5 point favorites over Washington. We like Daniels, right? We think Washington will be all right. Are they right now the same team as Detroit? 1.5? You would think Detroit, just being a division rival, would be a tougher game. Same line. If you can, take the Packers now, because this line will be 3. Let's be honest. If they win, if they beat Detroit, the line's going up. If they lose to Detroit, the line is going up. This is the same thing I said about the Baltimore Ravens when they opened against Kansas City. If they win, the line was going up. If they lost, it went up. The line went from 7 to 10 in week 2 against I forgot who they played. And I said the same thing about Kansas City. It was like a 1 point spread versus Cincinnati the next week or something. And, of course, that line went up too. They both moved. I think one went from 3 to 5, one went to 7 to 10 or something. That is where I'm looking here in this week too. And then you have the Lions against the Bears here. So if the Lions lose, is that line going up? Because now they're in desperate mode, right? You're going to be like, sky's falling, right? Sky's falling. Oh, my goodness, we lost. And then, as an added bonus, you got the Bears on a short week off of Monday night versus Minnesota. Then you got to go to Detroit. Green Bay, Detroit, week 2, folks. When I say on the other channel, you talk to Vince before he gets the other guys. They look annoyed. My observation. You do know that I have to promote on that show because I don't promote here. I would tell you to say, hey, go buy my daily package here, right? How many times I tell you to go buy a pass here? I mean, I have a $2.99 thing up. I don't advertise any plays. I say go get a premium here. I mean, this is – what do you do for your work? I mean, come on. What are you talking about? 0-1-1 today. Cleveland first 5. San Diego, St. Louis under first 5. Weesh. The Cleveland one's painful. I had Cleveland there. I thought it would be a lower scoring game as well. But I just had the side. And that San Diego game, I sort of liked St. Louis because I wasn't high on Darvish. And listen, take the push. Take the push when you can there, Dan. It's better than a loss. Yeah, Blue Jays are on fire. Yeah, I get paid over there. I have to promote. Oh yeah. What's the numbers? I mean, this guy. Talking about using your head. What are we doing here, missing numbers? All right, Panthers. We did the Jaguars. Here we go. Giant fans. Underdog to the Washington, soon-to-be Redskins again. Here we go. Should we wear the Redskin helmet? My old man's helmet. Still got it. This line is now down to 6.5. There is a 6. I want to get to +7. This was 7.5 at one spot. It's to come down. Hot seat, probably an understatement for the Giants coach. And Quarterback himself's got something to prove a little bit. Washington, nice season last year. Had a couple games could have went either way. Miracle. I mean, that Bears game, miracle. Just a lot of emotions. Crazy games. We've seen what we saw. C.J. Stroud go to back-to-back playoffs. But he had a little step back last year. Not as good as his first year. I think Daniel's going to kind of fit that kind of bill himself. Where he'll be good, is he going to be that good? We got a year on you now. We kind of know a little bit more about you. I mean, the Giants lost to this team because they didn't have a kicker. They didn't have a kicker. That's the state of the Giants last year. Take the Giants. Again, I'll risk millions of dollars and take the Giants as a survivor pick. There we go. How about that take? Tampa Bay and the Falcons. Oh, the Penix love. And it's come down. We got ones in this cat now. We got ones across the board. Here's a 1.5. I see a 2.5 as well here. But basically consensus, let's call it a 1. There's even a pick 'em out in Vegas on this game here. And I think that really gets to Wirfs being out for Tampa. Everybody knows he's out. It's a big problem. You don't want to lose your lineman there. Will he be back? I don't even know. I don't know severity. I know he's banged up. If he's gone for the year, which probably this game, which will explain the move coming down the whole point. But are we buying on the Falcons' defense to be improved? I've seen Tampa Bay just win games sometimes. And you have Evans and Baker. You can laugh, Baker, whatever. Guys won a playoff game. Guys won divisions. Short fave on the road here. Again, am I running to throw down money on this one? Let's go Tampa Bay. No. Am I running to bet the other guy? Taking Penix? No. The total, by the way, 48.5 now also. So that could be a way to attack this one here. Final game in the 1 o'clock window, Cardinals and the Saints. We saw this one move up. We had a retirement. Quarterback is out. 6th spot now. It's 6. Makes sense. They want however you pronounce his name, whoever they just drafted to start. I guess I saw enough of Rattler. Not interested. No. Maybe at a 10 spot I'd be interested in the Saints. Anything under touchdown, Arizona. Murray, not that he's an enigma. I think he's pretty good at times. But in this spot, Arizona, listen, if you're gonna be semi-serious, go beat a team in total rebuild mode. New head coach, rookie quarterback, or second-year quarterback, basically a rookie still. Beat up a bad team. Can you beat up a bad team, please? Dan Rand says, I'll take the points with the Giants, but they won't win. Listen, if I take a dog, if they're getting up to 10 points, I think I have a shot. At 10 points, I'm down by 6. I get a turnover, a touchdown, I win the game. You know, I feel that I'm in it. 10 points, anything but within 10. So that's why I say that. Am I gonna put them out on the side as a money maker on the money line there? No, but I'm with you on the points there. Yes. New look Giants +7 on DK. Lock in the division game. Sophomore jinx. I agree with you there. A TD with Washington. Yeah. You want to take Washington, Mr. West? I'm not looking to take Washington. No. Stop Cheers in house. He's labor here. Welcome. Mr. Wester's like the Falcons. Again, I'm not running into either of these teams. They're not going to be anywhere short of somebody get me some good information or saying, hey, man, you know, people I respect moving in on it or something. I'll maybe get down on it, but I can't see it right now. I had the teams that want to bet in week 1. We've heard them. A lot of them are dogs. This isn't where I'm going with a pick 'em basically home game. Division, no. Penix is better than the stiff has been Baker. Give me the points. Crazy. I'd love to see the Giants be good again. Well, I don't know if they'll be better. They'll be better than last year. Baker, I'm laughing. Higgy loves Baker. Come on, man. How are you bad-mouthing Baker? The Saints. You like the Saints? Saints quarterback, exactly. Cards roll late. I agree. Mr. Irvin says, all my primo plays are given out here for free. Yes, but you give out crazy plays that are minus 2,000. I mean, 14-point money line faves. Who knows? That'll probably be that show will probably get a lot of views. People love that. Giovanni said Cardinals are 6. Yes, they are. I said that. Well, what's his name? Carr retired. The line shoots up because you're going to throw a rookie or a second-year guy out there. I think if you want to bet the Cardinals, do it now. I see a 5.5. That's a game. You kind of auto play it, I guess. Will I probably take something on that? Again, that'll be in the teaser. Maybe that'll be in the teaser Tuesday. Bring that down to a pick 'em, right? Arizona just to win a game. My guy Corey Jones, first comment ever in the Midday Money Show is from Corey Jones. Good to see him. People are too high on Minnesota. I don't think the rookie's that good. Here's the thing: 14-3 last year. Are you better? They're not better than that team. And I liked McCarthy. I thought he was all right in college, but what does that mean? I've seen a lot of guys all right in college who look pretty good in college and come in and absolutely do nothing in the NFL. Nothing. Here's the thing, though. You got a good coach. You're doing a show at Tooch this year, and the snowflake pounded. Oh, my goodness. I got to see if Tooch is going to be around. Won a lot of money on Darnold with Smoke Ramirez. Exactly. But Darnold was a guy who threw 25 touchdowns with the Jets. He had a bunch of starts under his belt. He was a veteran. We've seen veterans kind of not exposed. I mean, maybe exposed. Come on. Listen, Baker looks pretty good down the road. Darnold looked good there. These first-year quarterbacks, it's a different league than college. I like the Tooch, who doesn't. Moneyline, alt line, Markel's in the house. Good move. On Tony Speak gets a lot of views on the Tony Show. Baker, come on, Mr. Weskers. We're not a Baker guy here. Here we go. Week 1, Moneyline Markel coming in an hour into the show. Week 1, we're already into the 4 o'clock action on Sunday. But yes, Eagles, go for it. I learned to like it since on there. Of course you would. Yes, I know Week 1, Markel. You don't have to fix your spelling. I got you covered. 4 o'clock action, the Tennessee Titans, Denver Broncos. Here we go with this one. Now, I got Cam Ward starting here, and that's it. He's got the show all season long. Right? Now, when the Colts did this last year to their guy, was he a rookie last year or 2 years ago? I said, what are we doing? You started 7-8 games. If you start a rookie, you got to leave him in there. You can't yo-yo him in. I don't want to say thank goodness he got hurt, but he was hurt so they could kind of yo-yo him in and out a little bit. Not the case for the Titans because their other number 1 pick, they drafted a quarterback there in the first round, Will Levis. He's out for the year. They're not going to let Tim Boyle come in here and run the show for the Titans or whoever their backup is. Nick Chubb, maybe he's back to healthy. He's got Tony Pollard back there. You got Ridley and Lockhart, wide receiver. You got some veteran guys there. Coach, second year, he's basically a rookie still. I worry, again, I sort of like Tennessee a little bit because of who they have around Cam. A rookie starting in Denver, Peyton in this defense, I don't know. I do not know about that. Not loving that. And under here, has this line moved a little bit? Let me, I didn't even pull up the the line here to see if it has moved. 41.5 this total. Makes perfect sense coming down 2 points. Now I'm annoyed that I didn't get that. I would still probably look to the under 41.5 in this game. Still look to the under here. San Fran and Seattle. So Seattle's got a new coach. They got a new quarterback. I like San Fran here. I do. You saw me put up the San Fran, whatever there were odds for 14-1, I think, if my memory serves me right, for the Super Bowl. There's some twos out here now. This is a team hit with the injury bug. It started in the preseason with contracts and guys getting hurt. Decent schedule. Again, you got a new coach, new quarterback in Seattle. Arizona, we don't know about. The Rams, Stats Badford, another year older himself, a hit away from retirement. I think the Niners are going to be – I hate seeing a dark horse on the Niners, right? I mean, they're supposed to win a lot of games. I like the Niners at the spot. 120, money line it. I like San Fran here. I like San Fran. Let's do some comments before we get to a couple of these other games here. Hello, Markel. Sorry I'm late. Vrabel, not a Vrabel guy for the Pats. Bo Nix is the next Brady, says Mr. Numbers. Hello. Is it true, Mr. Whisker got the Mr. from Mr. Numbers? Here we go. Under 45.5. What game was that there, King D? Darnold will get exposed as a fraud. He is in Seattle. Again, you got a new coach. He had a good coach in Minnesota. Made him look good. Markel likes it on as well. I agree. Denver money line will be in every single parlay for the public. Probably my upset pick if forced to pick one board. No pressure is going to sling in good running backs. Yes. And he's got a couple veteran receivers. Veteran receiver help you out a little bit. It's all right. But again, I would lean to the under. Denver plays defense. Under San Fran, Seattle, 45.5. All right. I like San Fran there. I like San Fran. Lions and Green Bay. I was just talking about this one, right? I mean, I like Green Bay here. Sorry, Detroit Lenny. Give me the Packers. I think the Lions' new coordinators last year was the dream season. You had a great, favorable schedule. A lot of games at home. You should have won. It's tough to duplicate that kind of season. You had a great season. I think you fall back a little bit here. Now, you're a small little dog, basically a pick 'em 1 point dog here. I like Green Bay. And as I said, this line at 1.5 here, let's just double check it. There are twos now in this out here. So it's on its way up. Like I just said earlier, Green Bay is a 1.5 point favorite over Washington in week 2. The Lions a 4.5 point favorite over the Bears in week 2. This is a spot I want to play both of these teams in week 2. Whether either team wins or either team loses, the line is going to move. Green Bay 1.5 versus Washington. The Washington being a dogfight the week before. And if Green Bay wins, this is automatically 3.5. Detroit loses, the sky's falling. If the Bears win on Monday Night Football, we're back, baby. Caleb Williams is Jim McMahon. They're happy. Listen, the line's going to go crazy. 4.5 for the Lions will definitely move. 1.5, 100% will move. 100%. Week 2, Green Bay and Detroit. Get on them now. Get on them now. Texans and the Rams. I'm a Texans guy. I kind of like this team. I like C.J. Stroud. What do we got going on here? You hear my phone going cray-cray behind me. They took a little step back last year. Still made the playoffs. I mean, listen, you're a rookie making the playoffs, coming in year 2, making the playoffs, winning games no less. I sort of like them a little bit here. Now, I am high on the Rams. I do think the Rams are, I like the coach. This line is down to 2.5 at some spots here. Total hasn't moved. This is we got a lot of nice matchups. It's NFL, you get little matchups. I think this quietly will be a very good game. You see the 3.5 at quotes. That is long gone. There is a couple threes out there. I want to make a case for the +3 again because I see 2.5s. Stafford, again, another year older. Cup is gone, right? He's out of there. I lean Texans. All right, 2 more left here. Where are we at? Denver money line, Seattle game under. Over on, I'm guessing this is Green Bay. Yes, it was Green Bay. Green Bay game like the over there. I lean Lions. No, thank you. Someone say Astros money line. Yes, Astros money line here with George Costanza on the hill. Jason Alexander. Tease the pack and nuke the game. At least we'll be competitive regardless. Yeah, you're home. I think you got a lot of spots to do that with these. A lot of ones out there, right? I mean, talk about the Colts. Danny Dimes out there, I think, is worth a look in that spot. Again, the Jets at 3 to pump that up. I can do that one. Again, the Giants, I can pump that up more. I don't hate the Niners. Flip it. I know going through 0 is bad. It's not, whatever. Jordan Love's erratic. Not a fan. Lions may only lose 2 to 3 games next year. I don't care about new coaches here loaded. Oh my God, nice. 2 to 3 games next year, huh? Over 15-3 lines last 18 games week 1. I could see this game going over for sure. Yes. Texans all the way money line, says money line Markel. Rams, Cardinals, Broncos money line parlay +185. There you go. Broncos, Cardinals, 2 big faves, and you're throwing the Rams in there at home here, huh? Interesting. You're not putting Philly in there as another big fave. All right, final NFL game. Sunday Night Football. The Ravens and the Bills. Here we go. Couple MVP quarterbacks. Is everybody going to just run to the over in this game? Is everybody just going to bet the over in this game? I like the Ravens because I'm a Lamar guy. That being said, as much as I want to take the Ravens here, I don't know if I'm going to play this game. Is one team... Can you just definitively come in here and grab one team or the other? Bills, new stadium, a lot of hype. They got the hype matchup going for sure on Sunday Night Football. I'm going to have to revisit. I do like the Ravens. Haven't played it yet in July. Haven't played it. And Monday Night Vikings and the Bears. We're talking about teasers there, Dan. Dan's rants. How about you tease the Vikings up? Are the Bears running away with this? Hold on. Sorry about that. Are the Bears winning by 7-8 points in this one? I don't see that. Rams, Texas under 46. I can see that. Energy from Pete Carroll alone, I think it's the Raiders, Pats, Patriots. I agree. A lot of love on May. Vrabel, I get it. Nice coach. And I know we have yes, I sneeze on live TV. You know it. You knew it was coming. Where's the Carol? It's not like it's some rookie head coach. You're 72. You got your quarterback, right? You brought Gino with you. You drafted a running back. It's pretty good. You got the Bowers kid. I'll go Vegas here. I like Vegas. A 1-hour show. I can't wait to watch a rerun and see my insightful comments. Yeah, we'll listen. This is Look Headlines. Usually go late. No money line. I'm grabbing 2.5. Is it 2? I think you get a 3, no? There's no 3s left in this game? Get the 3. You got 3s across the board here. Grab the 3s. All right, let's get back to where were we in college football. So we were talking about a couple of these early games, right? Someone brought up some games here. So I was going through them. Western Kentucky. Again, if you're on Sean Higgs YouTube Premium, you got these already. 7.5. It's now 10. Boise State 8. It's gotten up a little bit. Georgia Tech 3.5. It's now 4.5. It's out there. I mentioned Alabama. Arizona over Hawaii in that week 2. Now, Hawaii week 1, that one got away from me. Could have took them as a little 1 or 2 point dog. Now they're favored. The Utah line, totally out of whack. Up to 6. I'll be fading Belichick in North Carolina. TCU up to 3 from a dog. Up to 3 from a dog. Yes, Hulk Hogan. Ozzy, Malcolm Warner, and Hulk Hogan. It's crazy. I like Hulk Hogan. Let's talk about that today on Midday Money. All right. There is your look at lines, part 2. This is the second one we've done. Gave you a bunch of games already bet in college and NFL. Preseason, I told you to take the Chargers already, plus 1.5. What are you waiting for? All the NC games are sold out. Of course they are. Yeah, they're happy. Kansas minus 13.5. They should crush them. Are they in their new stadium? Is that done? Against Fresno? I see a 14 out there now. I like the coach. I like the Kansas coach. I like the Packers that much against on. Yeah, I like them. I mean, how like them that much to win the game? Then you just got to win. It's not like we got to win by 3, 4, 7, 10. We just got to win. Spreads one. Take a minus 120. You just got to win the game. Just got to win the game. And like I said, Giovanni, I like them more in week 2 with the line 1.5. That's where I think the even more value is at is week 2 with them and the Lions. 1.5 over Washington. Is Washington better than the Lions? At home? Who's better on the road? You know what I'm saying? Like Green Bay's home. What team? I mean, Detroit and Washington are the same. That's what people are telling me at that line. And I got Detroit minus 4.5 versus the Bears on a short week. Everybody's going to see them on a short week. What's going to happen? They win. Okay. They lose. This line's going to 7. Right? Well, maybe not 7. That's a little exaggeration. But it'll definitely go up, especially if the Lions win. Right? So the Lions win in week 1, and people see the Bears with a second-year quarterback look like garbage against a good Minnesota defense. Where do you think that 4.5 is going? Take those 2. And again, if it splits, it splits. I think it's going 2-0. Mr. Numbers. I love you. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, come you definitely bust chops with your nonsense. Come on. Higgs in the Bay Area, we say San Fran, SF or Frisco, never San Fran. No. San Fran. Who says SF? We're going to go to the SF. Come on, that nonsense. Frisco. I'll say Frisco. But maybe people think I'm talking about Frisco, Texas. San Jose is minus 10. They crushed Central Michigan. Yeah, you were high on, I want to say Central Michigan, on fading Central Michigan. You got no love for Central Michigan, King D. Ohio State minus 5.5 versus Michigan right now. I would have. I'm not high on Michigan, but I got to see what Ohio State quarterback looks like versus Texas. But this is a prime thing here to get down early on, right? Like if he looks good, this line's only going to go up. It's only going to go up. Grab it now. Grab it now. I believe Nick Earl is done with his betting show? Yeah, because he's doing something else. He can't do that. Oh my God, Razor's in the house. Shout out to everyone except Mr. Numbers. Dude is a clown. Oh man, Jersey guys, yes, yeah, Jersey. Freaking San Fran. Let's call it the SF. Hey, SF is playing Seattle. The hell is SF? You live in San Fran, you call it the SF? Where are you from? I'm from the SF. What the hell is that? Yeah. Razor Sharp in the house, Mr. Whiskers. The celebs are showing up. The celebs are coming in to say hello. All right. Covered all of college. Covered NFL week ones. Preseason next week, Chargers. What else do you need? What else do you need? I need the Astros to win. What's going on here? Bad call my run line play. 1 and 2 today. Back to the drawing board of MLB tomorrow. Midday Money tomorrow. You know where to find it. iHeartRadio for the podcast. Sean Higgs, Picks Parlays, Winners and Whiners on the YouTubes. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. Good to see everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.